Hi, it's Charlie. A few months ago, Phil did a really short video about the lack of documentation in some CD purchases that he just made. And in fact, he really closed in on one that I was pretty familiar with. When he started his video, he was complaining that this particular selection that he had did not have no documentation whatsoever, and it had very little in anything in terms of liner notes or photographs or anything that would replicate what you would get if you bought the album. And so when he finally showed it on camera, I knew he was talking about CDs he bought from what was used to be MCA Records. This was the last CD I bought at a retail place. And it came in a jewel case, which is really unusual these days because most times you buy a new CD, it comes in a cardboard folder. And this CD was like all this before. It had the adhesive sticker on the back, which is hard to peel off with your fingernail, or you had to take a knife and cut along the edge here in order to get the CD. I don't understand that. Why? It's like they don't want you to play the CD after you buy it, because if you don't remove it, you can't open the tray up, and you can't get the disc out. However, there is a reason why CDs are now packaged like this, and even more of a greater reason why CDs are now coming to us in those horrible cardboard folders. So how do we get here? Let's take a trip back into history. Let's get another time machine and go back to the age of when CDs were first released to the public. We're headed back to 1981, 1982. Actually, it's probably after that, maybe 1983 or beyond that. Regardless of the time, it's the 80s. And compact discs are now on the market, and they're available not to everywhere, not to everyone and such, but they're out there. And I've told this story before, and I'll just gloss over it one more time, that the first time I saw a CD, a compact disc player, and a CD itself was back in my hometown in Texas here. And at our mall had a very nice electronics store inside. And inside the store, they had a very new CD player, which was playing at that time, playing Boston Don't Look Back. And they also had another copy of that album on display that you couldn't buy. It was in a glass locker, and the CD was packaged like in the blister case, in the blister pack. Like, how you buy batteries, AA batteries from the store and everything, and they're in those horrible blister packs. That's how the CD was packaged. And to be that, it was like, if you imagine the blister pack containing this CD without the booklet, the booklet would be above it, like this, and the CD would be below it, and it'd all be packaged together in a blister pack. So in order to open the CD, you had to get the scissors out and cut along the edges, which some people we all hate to this very day, because at some time inevitably we cut our fingers on either the scissors or the plastic edges. And that's how CDs were packaged when the first time I saw them. So skip forward a few more years, and CDs become more and more popular. Retailers hated those blister packs because they were stolen. They were easy to steal. So retailers hated those. And so in response to the retailers' demands for more security for their product, the record companies came out with something a little bit different, and it became known as the long box. And the long box is exactly what it sounds like. Imagine this. This is actually a long box, but it's a different kind of long box because it's actually a case that holds a CD. But the concept is pretty much still the same. Imagine this hardback cover here being made out of cardboard, and on the front cover here you have the artwork of the album that you're about to buy and everything, and then inside the box would be the CD. The CD would be supported in the box. Usually it was inside the top third of the CD, usually in this position here. So you had to open the top of the box up to get the CD out, and then you had the CD. In some cases, depending on the label, the insert booklet would be at the bottom half of the box. And the reason that the boxes were this size because record stores didn't want to bundle CDs and LPs together at the same time. They didn't want to have double inventory. That's one of the big stinks they had. They wanted, I don't know what they wanted, but they didn't want that. So the record companies use this long box as a compromise to allow the record stores to stack these long boxes in the uh, very same shelves or very same bins as records. Because look at the size here; they're the same size. So these are, well, this is not a long box, but this is a box set. But it replicates the look and feel of a long box. Um, the booklet over here, here's the CDs, and like I said, the CD will be in the top portion of the box. You think everybody would be happy with this, right? Wrong. The environmentalists in this country howled like wolves over the long box. They said it was wasteful. It used paper, and it was just the environment. It was just all bad because it was just killing. We're cutting down forests to make long boxes for CDs, as paper for CDs. Okay, so the long boxes were out, done. The record companies caved into environmentalists, and they came up with pretty much the system we have now. Again, CDs wrapped in cellophane, wrapped in cellophane. But this time, they used to come. This is for a short time. They used to come with a little what was called a dog bone sticker, and it would be a little sticker right here at the very narrow edge of the CD, covering this side, that side, and it was usually made of foil. And what that actually was an anti-theft device for the stores. So if you try to steal this CD and you walk past the sensors, it will go off and let them know that you're trying to steal the CD, based with that little dog bone sticker. The bad thing about the sticker was, again, like the one that goes across the top here, it was hard to get off, very hard to get off. And when you got it off, it left behind a little residue of aluminum on there on top of it. So on the back or the front or even on the edge, just a little speck of silver on there because it was just because of the adhesive from the sticker. Hated those because they're so hard to get off, so hard. So what we have now, unfortunately, are these, and this is what we're dealing with. This is what we have now. We're cardboard folders to hold our CDs when we buy them or get them from mail order. And it's probably the best solution environmentally, but not the best solution for those of us who like to keep our CDs and put them on cases and stuff like that. I don't, most of y'all know I don't keep my CDs in their jewel cases anymore for a long time. I use CD folder cases and stuff like that. It's easier to me. It's a matter of space. But I feel your pain when I say you hate these, because I hate these too. And a lot of times I get paper cuts on my fingers trying to get the CDs out of these silly little things along the edges here. Get paper cuts in the most painful places right there above your fingernail, trying to get these CDs out. But it is the world we live in now, and I don't see it changing anytime soon. I want to thank everybody for watching my videos and leaving comments on them, because I really do appreciate the words from you. If you have any ideas or any suggestions or questions about something I should do in the future, let me know and I'll give some consideration. This was a little bit different because it wasn't one about an album or a musician or a technical issue or a technical idea. It was just me talking about CD packaging because it's just something that spurred my mind when Phil did his video about about the documentation that was lacking in the churches that he once did. So I also want to thank Phil for allowing me to do this sort of stuff because I enjoy it and I want to do more of it. So on that point, I am out of here. I gotta go sanitize my car and my sunglasses. Bye.